Hello everyone, my name is Tran and today I'm going to talk about the challenges of implementing cloud computing in healthcare. I don't want to get into too much details about what cloud computing actually is, but for those who are not familiar with the concept, it's basically the idea of storing and accessing data over the internet rather than local physical computers. With regard to healthcare, that means storing appointment summaries, medical images, and other patient records where they can be accessed over the internet. So today I actually want to talk about the major challenges that a CIO faces when implementing cloud computing in healthcare. The first challenge I want to talk about is HIPAA compliance. When a hospital or a clinic decides to use a cloud service for managing records, it must ensure that private health information is stored and processed within HIPAA standards. In fact, if you go to the Department of Health and Human Services website, it provides guidance on how this can be done. One of the things that needs to be done is getting your cloud service provider to sign a business associate contract or agreement affirming their compliance with HIPAA standards. That being said, simply getting a BAA signed doesn't necessarily mean everything's good to go. The health organization is still ultimately responsible for ensuring HIPAA rules are not violated. If those rules are violated, they can be costly and lead up to fines of over millions of dollars. The second challenge, which is basically, or actually the most common concern with cloud computing in healthcare, is data security. By using a cloud service provider to store data, you have to understand that this data could potentially be accessed by anyone who has the internet. It is important for the CIO to thoroughly investigate potential CSPs to ensure that they are employing the best security practices. So if you look over the past year in 2018, there are about 3 or 4 massive data breaches a month. A lot of these data breaches are actually on misconfigured local servers. Now imagine if that information was stored on the internet where it's more visible and prone to being hacked. A big data breach can cost your clinic or hospital millions or even billions of dollars. Anyway, unlike using local data servers where simply locking network rooms and having a well-configured network would likely suffice to protect data, there are an incredible amount of variables and ways for hackers to access cloud service data. Unfortunately, the safety of your data essentially lies in the hands of a third party, so you better pick a cloud service that employs highly robust and up-to-date security practices. The final concern I want to discuss today is the need to upgrade technology and train new skills. The CIO is going to have to ask himself what existing infrastructure can still be used, what needs to be replaced, and what needs to be installed. The old data servers, those will probably likely have to be replaced, but now the question is, how are they going to transfer all the old data onto the cloud servers? Will there be a transition period where both storage methods are being used at the same time? Does the network need to be upgraded to higher speeds to ensure constant and reliable connectivity? Depending on how outdated the existing infrastructure is, switching over to cloud computing can be a costly and painful venture. Alright, so transition to cloud computing, that also requires an organization to train its staff on how to use new software and interface. Additionally, the organization has to train its IT staff on how to troubleshoot and fix problems related to the software. That's a lot of training that needs to be done, but it is recommended because training your current staff is actually cheaper than hiring outside help every time there are IT problems. Alright, so those are the three main challenges I wanted to discuss, so let's kind of recap here. Overall, the biggest challenges for implementing cloud computing in healthcare include HIPAA compliance, data protection and security, infrastructure changes, and technical training. If all these challenges can be overcome, the cloud technology being used can ultimately lead to more easily accessible data, resulting in quicker, more efficient, and versatile health services. And that is it. Thank you.